The mysterious arrival. It was a bright sunny morning in the small village of Spira, where the sky was as blue as a robin's egg, and the grass swayed gently in the wind. Children played near the old stone fountain, while their parents worked in the fields. Among them was a young girl named Aria. She had dark hair that shimmered like the night sky and eyes full of curiosity. Aria loved to explore the woods behind her village, where the trees whispered stories of ancient times. One day, as she wandered deep into the woods, she saw something unusual. In a clearing, a strange object gleamed in the sunlight. It was not a rock, nor a tree, but something unlike anything Aria had ever seen. It looked like a giant, smooth egg with a shiny, glowing surface that changed colors: blue, green, purple, and yellow. It made no sound but seemed to hum gently, as if it had a life of its own. Aria's heart raced with excitement. What could it be? The visitor. As Aria approached the glowing egg, she felt a soft breeze swirl around her, and the ground beneath her feet began to tremble lightly. A door appeared on the side of the egg, slowly opening with a soft hiss. Out stepped a creature unlike anything she had imagined. It was tall and slim, with skin that shimmered like stardust. Its eyes were large and gentle, a deep shade of violet, and its face was kind, not frightening at all. The creature wore a suit made of sparkling fabric, and it moved with grace, like a dancer. Aria stared, not knowing whether to be afraid or excited. The alien tilted its head, as if studying her. Despite its unusual appearance, Aria felt no fear. Instead, she felt a sense of calm, as if this creature was not a stranger, but a friend. The alien took a step closer, and Aria could see that it had 3 fingers on each hand, each one slender and graceful. It reached out slowly, and Aria instinctively placed her hand in its. The alien's touch was warm, like sunlight on a cool day. She smiled, and the alien's face brightened, showing a row of small, shiny teeth. The language of the stars. The alien extended its other hand toward the sky, pointing at the bright, shining stars above. Aria felt a sudden rush of understanding, as if the stars were calling to her. It was as though the alien was telling her that it came from far, far away, from a place where the stars were not just dots in the sky but living things. The alien didn't speak in words like Aria was used to. Instead, it communicated with her using soft, musical sounds, like a lullaby that was both mysterious and beautiful. Aria closed her eyes, and in her mind, images began to appear. She saw a vast, glittering city made of crystal towers and shimmering roads. There were creatures of all shapes and sizes, some with wings, others with many eyes. It was a place of peace and wonder, where everyone lived in harmony. The alien showed her the story of its journey across the universe, traveling through space in a ship that sailed among the stars. The journey begins. The alien, whose name was Zelo, explained through the music of its voice that it had come to Earth in search of something important. It was looking for a place where kindness, bravery, and friendship were valued above all else. Zelo had traveled across many worlds, but it had never found a place like Earth, with its rich history and diverse people. Aria was fascinated. She asked Zelo what it was like to travel in space. Zelo's eyes sparkled as it shared the adventures it had experienced. It described visiting strange planets with purple skies and green oceans. Some planets were covered in towering trees that reached up to the sky, while others were nothing but endless deserts. But no matter where it went, Zelo always searched for the one thing that truly mattered: kindness. Aria decided that she would help Zelo on its quest. She told Zelo that the people of her village were kind and that she could show the alien all the wonderful things about Earth. Zelo was overjoyed. Together, they would travel through the village, and Zelo would learn what made this world so special. The village of Spira Aria led Zelo back to her village, where everyone was busy with their daily tasks. The villagers were friendly and welcoming, always ready to help one another. Zelo watched in awe as the villagers shared food, helped one another with their work, and celebrated their differences. First, they visited the home of Mr. Tarek, an old man with a big heart who was known for his incredible stories. Mr. Tarek loved to tell tales of his youth, when he sailed on the seas and explored faraway lands. Zelo was fascinated by his stories and listened intently, captivated by the old man's words. The villagers gathered around, sharing laughter and smiles. It was a simple moment, but to Zelo, it was a precious one. Next, they went to the market, where women from different cultures sold fruits, vegetables, and handmade crafts. Aria introduced Zelo to Fatima, a kind woman who had recently moved to the village from a distant land. She taught Aria how to make a traditional dish from her homeland, and soon, the air was filled with the delicious smell of spices. Zelo tried the dish and beamed with delight. It had a unique flavor that was both spicy and sweet, like nothing it had ever tasted before. A celebration of friendship. As the sun began to set, the villagers gathered at the town square for a celebration. It was the harvest festival, a time when everyone came together to celebrate the abundance of the land. There were colorful lights, music, and dancing. People of all ages laughed and sang, enjoying the night in each other's company. Zelo, with its glowing skin, was a star of the festival. The children of the village surrounded it, marveling at its shimmering form. Zelo danced with them, its movements as graceful as the wind. The villagers joined in, and soon everyone was dancing together, no matter their age or where they had come from. The stars above twinkled brightly as if joining in the celebration. Aria stood beside Zelo, watching the beautiful scene unfold. In that moment, she realized that the kindness, love, and friendship the villagers shared were exactly what Zelo had been searching for. The farewell. As the night wore on, Zelo knew it had to continue its journey. It had learned what it came to find. With a heavy heart, it said goodbye to the villagers and Aria. The glowing egg reappeared in the clearing, and Zelo stepped inside. The door closed softly, and the egg began to rise into the sky. Aria watched as Zelo's ship disappeared into the stars, leaving behind only a trail of shimmering light. Though it was sad to see Zelo go, Aria knew that the alien had found what it was looking for: true friendship. And who knows, perhaps one day Zelo would return, bringing stories of more wondrous places and new friends from across the universe. Conclusion. A promise of new adventures. Aria went back to her village, her heart full of wonder and joy. She knew that the universe was vast and full of mysteries, and that she had been part of something truly special. Zelo had come from far away, but it had found what it had been searching for on Earth. And maybe, just maybe, the next time the stars twinkled in a special way, it would be a sign that Zelo was back, ready to share more adventures with her and her village. As Aria looked up at the stars that night, she smiled, knowing that friendship, kindness, and love could cross even the farthest of distances.